Hello. Sorry about that. I'm uploading a video and my stream quality is really crap, but it's going to finish in like 30 seconds. Sorry for the false alarm on the start stream and stop stream. Hope Chaz shows up. I was trying to figure out how to do the hangout. I forgot what he said last time. I got to go back and watch my live stream. Something about sharing the screen. So I had a couple of people in here last time, but who knows if they're gonna come in now. Hey, we got some more people in here maybe? No? Yeah? Hey, what's up guys? Thanks for coming up. Sorry for the false alarm. Hope Chaz shows up so I can figure out how to put a hangout in here, because I forgot how to do that. Something with sharing the screen. And I don't remember how to get the hangout onto YouTube. That's the problem. So is the video quality really crappy? You guys probably can't even hear me right now because it's so bad. But it should be getting better because the upload is done. So it shouldn't be bad. So what's up guys? What do you want to talk about? I'm just trying to see if I can fix my stream health here. You guys, I mean, how's the health going? Is it good, bad? Oh man, is it that bad? Oh, well, the shrimp always move like it's time lapse. That pictures is from a cell phone, and I think it's actually taking pictures like once every second and uploading the picture and refreshing, and that's kind of how that live stream works. So it actually is a time lapse of like 1 second. So sharing Sashimi Whiskey, thank you. That's really awesome of you. I know there's only 7 of you in here right now. But if you, it would really help me out if you would share the link for this stream on your Facebook, your YouTubes, or whatever. It would help, or it could help someone else out. If there's someone that you think would benefit from watching my videos, that'd be great. If you could connect us together too. So sashimi, you going to Aquatic Experience? Oh, Sashimi, you're here. I was trying to figure out how to do the whole hangout thing. I did it last time. Chaz walked me through it, but I forgot. But I know it was something about like sharing your screen on the hangout, but I don't understand. I don't remember how he streamed the hangout to YouTube. Or you know, I don't know if you know what I mean. But maybe he'll show up. But anyway, what do you guys want to talk about? Let's look at this chat. Oh, Loop Diesel. Rob, what's up, man? I feel privileged. Rob is at one of my streams. Now I better make it good. I got some Yellow King Kongs in today. If we get a few more people streaming in, I'll show you my tanks. But we'll wait a minute. Is the stream quality getting any better now that upload's over? I just uploaded the unboxing video of those Yellow King Kongs. Thank you, Mr. Science Geek. Yeah, I hate Twitter. I only use it to promote my YouTube channel. I really don't enjoy it at all. So, yeah, I guess I just did this live stream because I kind of said I was going to do one every Wednesday night. So I don't really have any particular topics in mind. If you guys want to give me a topic to talk about. I could, yeah, Priscilla, pretty much everyone who showed up that I can remember who showed up to my first live stream, I modded. So, definitely like to mod people that show up all the time and that are cool. Pretty much everyone in my channel is just going to be a mod. Everyone's going to feel special. But anyway, I can talk about, so I got my Yellow King Kongs today. So I thought about my theory of them being a mix between Crystal Ghosts and Tangerine Tigers, and they're actually Thai bees. So I don't want to put them in my Taiwan bee tank. Rob, I don't know how you feel about that. I really wish I knew how to do the hangout thing, man. Because then we could get Rob up on here, we could get Sashimi, we could get anyone who wanted. I'd share the link. I'm going to have to message Chaz. Or actually, I could probably just go back and watch my live stream. Priscilla, how many different shrimp do I have right now? I have red and orange Sakura, Black Rose Neos from Rob, which are doing awesome. I really believe Rob's quarantine process is working out, so that's great. And those USA bred G1s are probably going to be amazing, so keep your eyes out for them on his website. But back to how many shrimp I have. So as far as Neos goes, I have the Black Rose from Rob, I have Orange Sakura and Red Sakura, I have Blue Diamonds or Sapphire Shrimp, Blue Dream Neos, what else? As far as the Neos go, a couple Red Rillies, but they're in like a separate tank. Most of them are in my Taiwan bee tank. So I think that's it for the Neos, if I'm not forgetting any of them. But then I have Crystal Reds, Crystal Blacks, all double S grade or above. 4 Shadow Pandas, 4 Blue Bolts, 2 Shadow King Kongs that I got from Rob as well. A Golden Bee I got from Rob. I have 2 extreme blue bolts and 2 shadow Misuras coming in the mail tomorrow, so keep your eyes open for that video. And I think that's all for the Taiwan B tank. Yeah, I think so. That's probably it. And then the Yellow King Kongs. I think that's all my shrimp. I'll show you the tanks in a little bit. Once we get talking or we run out of stuff to talk about. And then I have Platinum Mosaic Jumbo Ear Guppies that I got from Aquabid that unfortunately both of the males died, but the females are doing fine. So I don't know what happened with that. They were bagged separately, so maybe the male bag didn't do so well. But yeah, the females are doing fine and they're pregnant and they're ready to go. So hopefully I'll get some fry from them so it won't matter that the males died. Well, it matters, but what makes it a King Kong? Well, it is not a Neocaridina. It is a Caridina shrimp, so it is related to the crystals and the Taiwan bees. So like your yellow Neos, your yellow Sakura, and your yellow King Kong are not the same shrimp. So like the yellow King Kongs prefer your lower pHs, your softer water, just like the crystals and the Taiwan bees. The King Kong name, I kind of hate that they call it a yellow King Kong because I mean, to me, King Kong is a Taiwan bee and it's basically red or black and it could have some white on it or some blue. But to me, that's a King Kong. Like having it yellow, I guess if you're using King Kong as the term for like a pure one color Caridina. But I don't know. I don't like the name King Kong for it. I think it should be called like a yellow crystal. But not even that. But like I said, no one really knows where they come from. But I think it's a Tai bee, so I think there's tiger genes in there. So I don't want them in my Tai bee tank unless I want to make, or I don't want them in my Taiwan bee tank unless I plan on making some Tai bees. But that's just a theory. That would make it a donkey. That's funny. Yeah. I often wondered about that, like if like certain species or genuses of shrimp can breed, but the offspring will be sterile like mules. I wonder if that happens. But anyway, that's what it's called, a King Kong, but you could just call it a yellow Caridina, basically. And their color is just so, in my opinion, so much better than like the yellow Sakuras. Unless you probably get like super high grade yellows, but even then, to me they're kind of like the yellow. They're like a yellow Bloody Mary because they're see through, and it's like their body is yellow, and it's like not just like the shell. So it's gorgeous. They're just beautiful, and there's actually my unboxing video just went up. So don't watch it now, watch it after. But yeah, it just went up now, so you could watch me unboxing the Yellow King Kongs. And yeah, stay tuned for a couple. I'm super behind on videos. I still have my, let me look here. Oh, it's on my external drive, but I still have my, I think I still have my Blue Dream unboxing, my Orange Sakura unboxing, my Blue Diamond unboxing, and then I'm going to have my unboxing for my Extreme Blue Bolt and my Shadow Missouri tomorrow. And then I believe I'm going to order some more Bloody Marys. I don't know if the tank's ready yet. I got to test it some more though and see. And plus I have the 2 strains of the Red Dragon on the way from Guppy Train. Well, one Red Dragon and one Rainbow Dragon. So those are on the way. And then I have a couple tanks. I have a tank set up with just like the cheap ghost shrimp in it right now, just to cycle it. But they're doing good, and that tank's from Rob. So I'll show you guys that too. Hey, Sergeant Savage, glad you could make it. Yeah, Savage. Sorry to interrupt your busy schedule of like your 24-hour live streams 24/7 all day, every day. And Sergeant Tank, you've been doing the same lately. It's crazy. You guys are like between Sergeant Tank and Captain Savage, it's like I could watch live streams all day long. Yeah, the green shrimp, dead boy. Yeah, the green shrimp. I saw in person, as you could see in my Flip Aquatics tour video. Rob showed me how he ordered his green. I believe they were green jellies, but they basically lost their green and turned blue. And like Lucas, is always complaining of like he's chasing the green, chasing the green. Um, like anyone I've like read the reviews or seen pictures of the green jades, they're never like really happy with them. So I'm not all about the green shrimp yet. I'm not. I'm not going down that road yet. Just like the yellow neos, like you hear problems all over the place with just people. They're just dying, and they're hard to keep alive. And like Lucas's golden back strain is one of the few exceptions that you hear does really, really well. So I mean, if I were to get any yellow neos, I would try to get them from Lucas or try to get them from Rob, because I know their shrimp are doing good. Dead boy, you have a lot of green jades. Tell us about them. How do you feel about them? I don't want to pick on them. I personally never had them and stayed away from them. Just like I was saying, I stayed away from the yellow neos, and that's why I got the yellow King Kongs, instead of the yellow neos as my first yellow shrimp. And yeah, as far as greens, I just haven't wanted to put any money into them yet. There've been a lot. I think I'd rather put my money into other Taiwan bees. Like shadow pandas are my favorite. If I could get a tank of shadow pandas going and shadow King Kongs and shadow Misuras, that would be like my dream tank. So until I get into pintos, but hey, that's down the road. And oh, Rob, I saw your I think they were your Galaxy pintos from DET Aquariums. I saw his video, and I was like, hey, I saw those shrimp in person before you got them. I felt special, so that's pretty cool. Um, I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, I was talking about the green shrimp, but yeah, Rob's green shrimp. You can see on the video, he talks about how they turned blue and lost their color. So I haven't invested in any of the green shrimp yet. Um, Been driving around like crazy searching for fish food. Just make it yourself, man. Only done that a couple times. It gets messy, so I tried to stay away from it. Yeah, I'm gonna get some Michelins. That's the plan. That's why the crystals are in there right now, actually. As soon as pretty much all of the crystals that are in there are buried. And I think they're all females. I think I got all the males out. But the plan is to get some Michelin. And as soon as they throw their babies, they're going into a separate tank too. So then I'll just have crystals, and they won't be Michelins because obviously they weren't born, but their babies will stay in the bee tank. And then once they're old enough to sex, I'll try to get all the males out again, put them in the crystal tank, keep the female crystals with the bees till they have babies, then take them out, put them with the crystals, and then there'll be some Michelins in the crystal tank. But it'll only be Michelins breeding with Michelins, so it probably won't get too many bees, if any, out of that. But that's why I'm going to keep the females for at least a generation or two and try to keep them in with the bee tank. so he can get some good Michelins going. And then I still need to get some tigers. Rob, I want your royal blues so bad. I have no tigers, and I don't want to buy any tigers. Although I probably should buy tigers. It's before I buy your royal blues, because just to experiment with and see how well they do in my water. Maybe I'll buy some tigers. Rob, you might get an order from me in the future for some tigers. But yeah, I want to experiment and start making some fancy tigers, like the fancy reds and the fancy blacks, and try to pull some cool patterns. Now that I have, like, I think the count is 28 tanks now. Obviously, they're not all set up because I just got a lot of them from Rob. How's the stream health, guys? Looking good? I hope it's good. I'm just scrolling through the chat, seeing what you guys are talking about. I'm gonna scroll way back because I've been slacking. I've just been mumbling. I haven't really talked or read the chat. Collects bananas to throw barrels. Who's playing Donkey Kong? Ah, that's why it said that would make it a doggy, and then I started talking about mules. So I've already read this. Keep them going, keep them going. I don't think all the greens go black as they age. That's why there are not so many green Hulks around. But as the green King Kong get to juvenile size, they start turning black. Science geeks watching live streams at school. That's hilarious. In between periods. Or what do? You could throw it on. You could throw it on in class. It's educational programming. Hit that like button. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate that. Alright, thanks Geek for telling me that the stream's better. And sharing it. How many shrimp are in the tank in the video? There's probably about 20 to 30 shrimp in that tank. But I just changed it. I put a little bit of the fluval shrimp stratum in front, like that's what you're looking at. It used to be all sand, but I noticed that the pH wasn't really dropping below 7, so I think I needed to put more in there because I just couldn't get it down. Even though everyone seemed healthy in their breeding and stuff, I just wanted to get it down, which Rob just told me earlier in his live stream, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I hope that doesn't cause any problems. And also you'll see I bought a new rack that can hold, I think, 15 to 20 tanks. And I put the tanks I bought from Rob were pre-drilled and they have bulkheads. And the bulkheads take up about 4 inches of space. And my old racks, the tanks were right next to each other. So for Rob's tanks, if I tried to put them on the new rack that I bought, and I bought the rack before I bought his tanks, I didn't realize I was even going to buy tanks from him until I visited his shop and I saw his room, and he offered them to me because he knew I was looking for 10 gallons. But it was cool because or not cool because the 4-inch bulkheads, I could only fit 3 tanks across on each shelf instead of 4. and that hurt me. So I basically took the 8 tanks that I had set up, drained majority of the water into buckets, moved the tank while it was like empty onto the new rack, and then put the same water back into the tank. And I really hope that doesn't cause any ill effects. I did that 2 days ago and I haven't seen any problems. So I hope nothing happens. Um, but yeah, that I really hope nothing. But it looks really good because now Rob's tanks that have the extra bulkheads, I could fit 5 tanks across on my old wood rack that I built. So I could do 5 on the first shelf, 5 on the shelf above it, and 5 on the ground below the first shelf, and put 15 tanks there. And then that's perfect because I aquascaped one real nice that I don't know what I'm going to do with. Like I said, there's just ghost shrimp in it right now. And then I had 15 others left over. So it's perfect, and it fit perfect. And then I still have 3 more shelves left over that can hold 4 more 10 gallons each. So yeah, can't wait. My wife's yelling at me about money though. Not really, but she should be. Alright, back to the chat. Thanks for stopping by, Abby. You're probably already gone. But if you're not, so those black and white comes like that, are they selective bred that way? Well, they were selective bred that way. The wild crystals, the crystal black, the black and white ones came out first. And then after people were breeding those for years, somewhere along the line a red one popped out, and then they selectively bred that, and that's how the whole line of crystal reds are formed. And then the line splits from there to your PLRs, your pure red lines, which basically they just kept on breeding, selectively breeding that crystal red from the wild. They just kept going with it and breeding the white out of it and the white red out of it to make the colors better and better and better. And eventually started breeding the red out of it to make it just white. And that's where you get like your Snow White. And then, so that's your pure red line that weren't polluted by other genes. And then, and don't get me, I could be wrong on what that, it's called a Snow White. It might not be like a crystal red, a pure red line shrimp that's so high of a grade that it has no red in it left. I'm not sure what that's called, but I think it's called a Snow White, but I could be wrong. But basically, the regular crystal red shrimps now, people take those and they take the Snow White shrimp or a golden shrimp and they crossbreed it with the crystal reds to get more white into them to basically raise the grade. And that's the cheater way of getting a better grade crystal red shrimp. And that's why crystal red shrimp are now cheaper, and they've actually diverged to where we have something called a pure red line shrimp, because the pure red lines are more sought after because they have pure genes from the basically all the way back to the wild, whereas the crystal reds have cheater genes in there. At least that's how I understand it. I could be wrong. That was a huge spiel about asking about it, the red and the black. But let's keep going. I would put live streams on the screen to share with my students, but my school blocks live streams on my computer hooked up to the LCD. But I get through on my Chromebook. There you go. I can't even comment on videos while my screen. Oh, that's the worst. Maybe if you got a VPN, check out privateinternetaccess.com. Might work, might not. I have private internet access with VPN service, and I think it's only like $70 a year, but it lets me do crazy stuff. Like I remember I first got it a couple years ago, um, because when I was out of the country, like in Canada or something, I don't remember. Might have been when I went to Punta Cana. I tried to use Hulu, and it wouldn't let me use it out of the country. So then I used a VPN to pretend I was in the country when I wasn't in the country, and it let Hulu work. So that was cool, and I've stuck with it ever since. What's the normal way to upgrade your shrimp? I have crystal blacks that are pretty low grade. I'm not sure how I'm supposed to get less stripes when they are all the same. That's a great question. So basically, if they're all the same, it's really hard. You just got to pick out the one that has the least black, and just try to breed that. Or you could buy a couple Snow Whites, a couple Goldens, and throw them in the tank with them, and wait a couple generations, and keep breeding the offspring back with the original Snow White. And that's the cheater method to try to do it quicker. But that's pretty much the way to do it now. To selectively breed it would take you years and years and years and years to get a really high grade from low grades. That's an assumption. I've never done that. I haven't had time to experiment. I'm just getting into the single species shrimp tank, having all before I had like a couple blue pearls, a couple low grade cherries, and then I bought some orange eye blue tigers that I think I bought 6 of them and they didn't last. So that was my experience with shrimp before I moved back to Buffalo. And then we bought a house and I was able to actually set up a shrimp room. And that's cool. I'm super happy with it now. Alright, slowly losing viewers. We're at about a half hour now. I might as well show you my tanks and get that going. Oh, but I forgot that I am on. I have to bring the webcam with me. It's not attached to the laptop, which actually is probably a good thing. It'll help you guys get a better view. But I gotta make sure I know what you're seeing. So I gotta go back to OBS here. So I'm not gonna be able to see the chat for a minute because I want to see what I'm seeing live. I'm actually gonna do this so you guys can see better. I hope that worked live. I'm about to find out if it did or if it didn't. I guess it doesn't matter. It's not big enough, big of view. Don't mind the camera for a minute, guys. You guys like my Mac? Oh, it's hard to get it mirrored. There's the top of my Mac. A little shrimpy and an anglerfish. But alright. I'm all tangled. This is why I didn't want to bring the camera. Because the freaking mouse wires are all tangled in the webcam wires and whatnot. But I guess this is nice now. Because I could just clean the camera. But this is actually getting dirty. But this is the tank that I had the platinum mosaic Dumbo ears. That the 2 males didn't make it. And the females are super ugly, unfortunately. But they're both pregnant. So, but yeah, this tank's getting that really long algae, like Sashimi has that he loves. That looks good. So I might just let the whole front of this get covered in that hair algae in tribute to Sashimi Whiskey. But hopefully this tank will be filled with guppies soon. And then there's blue ram's horn snails in here. Whoa. There we go. Adjust the light. But they pretty much chill right there because I'll feed them an algae waiver and they'll pig out and then they'll go like chill in the corner for 3 days and then they'll come out and I'll feed them more algae waiver and they'll go chill. So this is gonna be this is gonna be for the um, mosaic rainbow mosaic dragon umbrella tails, or those are the Dumbo ears. I don't know. One of the strains from Guppy Train are coming, and there's red, pink ram's horn snails in here. Got 2 different kinds of subwasser tangs, the long stuff, like the short stuff. And that's all that's in this tank right now. There's the red root floaters, a couple of them that I got from Rob, floating around. There's one floating around. This tank I got from Rob. I showed this last time on my live stream, I think. But right now there's only ghost shrimp in here. There's one right there. But basically I made, since it's drilled, I made a do-it-yourself filter where it just drains down into this Tupperware. And then it goes through the mat, and, well, I call it a mat filter, it's just a piece of foam. And then there's a cheap, like, $2 pump that pumps it back into here. I did have it going into the gravel, so that the flow came out through the gravel, like under the gravel, but there was no, like, surface agitation, and it was, like, getting slimy up there. It was kind of gross. But here I got, like, a palm tree looking with the subwasser tank. So I think this tank came out pretty nice. Unfortunately, guys, I can't see your chat. So let's keep moving. This tank up here goes through the wall, the tank I showed you earlier. So, hold on, sorry about the camera shakes, but yeah, that one tank you can see through the wall. And then it's dark down here. I can see, you guys probably can't. I'm walking towards the shrimp room, opening the door of the shrimp room. Here's the shrimp room. Let's focus. Can we focus? Maybe if I turn the light on it. Focus. Focus. That's really weird. Of course it doesn't want to focus in the shrimp room. There we go. Okay. So now we're in the shrimp room. Here's the yellow King Kongs that I got today. They're looking good. Unfortunately, one arrived dead, which means that there's probably going to be more coming. Here, Black Rose Neos from Flipoproducts. They are doing great. I only lost one, and I think it was just a fluke. So, hopefully they're going to do very well. And here we have some juvenile blue diamond or sapphire shrimp. There's one under the leaf there. These guys are kind of small. They're only about a quarter of an inch, so they're going to be hard to find. See? Here we have the red sakura. Not quite painted, but they're pretty nice. Very nice. There's tons of babies in here. All over. Like, they're literally, like, everywhere. I don't know if you can see them on the glass. But yeah, there's tons of them in there. There's the camera from the live stream. So that's just like my old cell phone duct taped to this camera, or to the tank. And then, see, there's a golden bee. So it's pure white, and I got that from Rob, and that's going to help make my crystals better and get some different genes in the tank. There's one of my blue bolts. There's a shadow panda back there. Probably really hard to see. It's back behind the Java moss. And then there's a lot usually hiding back here. But all my bees are hiding. There's another shadow panda. But yeah, there's a lot more bees in here than it looks like. I wonder where they are. All my King Kongs. The 2 shadow King Kongs I got from Rob, and then there's another black King Kong. Oh, there's one of the shadow King Kongs I got from Rob. Having trouble focusing on it, but it's gorgeous. There's the yellow King Kongs. We already saw that tank. This tank, there's nothing in it. Looks dirty. It's just fluval stratum dust because I just put some stratum behind the filter there in preparation for more caridina. I'm not sure which ones. It's probably going to be once all of these berry shrimp have their babies. I'll probably move the crystals into there. Down here, just Blue Dreams. They're awesome. I got 35 of these guys and I only lost one. So that's really good. I've had them for about 2 weeks now. And here we have orange sakura. I got these really cheap on Aquabid, and I kind of almost regret it because they're really not that orange. You can tell the guy didn't do a very good job of culling or selective breeding. But I had some from my local pet store in here, maybe like 6 of them. That are really nice, like the one back there in the Java moss is one from my pet store, and the one back there in the corner. I would consider those Sakura shrimp. The ones I got from Aquabid were called Sakura, but they are definitely not Sakura quality. They're basically all cull quality, but that's okay. Some of them are really nice, and some of them came buried, so I'm not too mad with it because they were cheap. Again, here's the Black Rose Neos. They're one of my favorites. You guys are gorgeous. And then we have a chart. Alright, so I went through all my tanks. Up here, I have 2 empty tanks. That's basically going to be my water. So I'm going to just fill those with water, throw some Wassertang in there, and have the filters running. So when I need water for water changes for these tanks, I'll have 20 gallons of water that I could use, and they're up high, so I can just use gravity and make it easier. Like I have this hook here that I usually hang my bucket on to do water changes, but it's getting hard, and that's why I bought the drilled tanks from Rob, which are all right here. So as you can see, I have them lined up here, and I can fit 5 across there, 5 down there, and then 5 on the floor across. So that's going to be cool. So I need to get lights, and then down here I have 2 more shelves that I could fit 4 more tanks each, so 8 more there. And then I probably could put 4 across there if I wanted to and not use those for water change water, but I really want to make my life easy. So, and I do have room back here a little bit if I wanted to extend the racks or put another rack. And then my room is heated with that. And then my air input, the intake for my air is up there. And that's where it runs down and back, goes through the wall, pumps on the other side of the wall so I don't hear it. And then it comes in to my PVC air system. And then they're all of those are the tanks that I just showed you. And then those are all my open air lines that I've ready for these tanks. So that's the shrimp. I could show you I have one tank upstairs. I think my wife just got home. Maybe she didn't. Maybe she did. We're about to find out. What did I want to show you out here? Oh, part of my mess down here. Obviously, I'm renovating. As you can see, I'm putting a door on my office here. A wall actually, and then I have more doors over here that's gonna block out the laundry room. But anyway, I wanted to show you over here. That's my mat and filter foam. I have a huge sheet of it that I bought from Foam by Mail, but I think I'm having issues with it. I told Rob that I need to pre-soak it because I noticed when I was first putting shrimp in with these filters, the shrimp kept dying until I did like 5 or 6 water changes, and then they were fine. Oh yeah, Phantom 3 Professional, baby. Love that thing. It's actually right there. So awesome. They're super fun. If you have the money, do it. But oh, it's so scary flying it. It's like so scary. But yes, I think my wife is home. Babe, do you want to be on camera or no? No. No? Okay, she's not going to be on camera. Does this remind you of Amanda? YouTube, everyone. The world. This is the new tank. I just set this up not too long ago. And I showed how to build that moss tree. I did, the last live stream I did was aquascaping this live. I think it came out really nice. If I could get in closer here, the light doesn't get drowned out. But I went for like a riverbed type of look. But yeah, like it even went round river rocks in there. And then this strip what I got from Rob. And I glued some Subwassertang, and I made a video on how to make this Subwassertang tree if you're interested. Red Really shrimp right there. Oh, this light is so bright. I don't know why this camera. It's the same light I have on my other tanks. I don't know why it's acting so bright. But yeah, this tank's got some Red Really in it. But anyway, I'm gonna go back down to the dungeon. Oh, you like the screensaver on my TV? Oh, that's all dulled out too. It must be because this room the lights are off. But alright, I'm gonna go back downstairs and then I'll read the chat and see what you guys are talking about. But that's all 28 tanks. See what's going on. Dun dun dun. Back to the dungeon. Get these stupid wires set up. I hate wires. I wish everything was wireless. And the problem with wireless is batteries, and batteries are annoying too, so you can't win. Let's get this video back to normal. Okay, plug back the mouse, plug back the power so we don't die out of nowhere. Hey Rob, I got an Amanda too. Did you hear that? Hey babe, you want to be on video? No, I'm gonna get her. I told her to do that just to build up the suspense so everyone's like, hey, her name's Karen. Everyone's like, hey, show Karen, where's Karen? I want Karen on here. Oh, look at my camera all out of focus. Anyway, what is going on with this chat? There's still 18 of you, and so someone found this boring, or my tank's boring. Alright, I'm scrolling through the chat now, guys. Breeding with a snow white diminishes the white coloration, so people don't do it much anymore. Oh, I did not know that. Maybe I'll have to take the golden out of there, or the snow white. I would have thought it would have been the opposite. VPNs are a no-no. We could get in deep detritus if we get caught using one. That's hilarious. Go on the dark web and order some ninjas. Yeah, unfortunately, to go on the dark web, you need a VPN, or I wouldn't even go on the dark web with a VPN. That's just asking for trouble. It's National Shrimp Day? That can't be freshwater or ornamental shrimp. Sashimi in the house. Yep, saw that. There's a stream tank, so cool looking. Love the video about it, Roma. Oh yeah, okay, yep. Looks like Oasis. Yeah, I was kind of going something for that. Thank you. Shimi lurking in the shadows. And here we have a wild sashimi. Quote, Lucas. Anyway. Subwassertang trees are legit. They really are. Like, I've never seen anyone do one. Like, as far as I know, it was like an original idea. I obviously can't be the first person who's ever done it. I've just never saw anyone do it. And when I was like, I had a bunch of Subwassertang and I was going to buy moss. And I was like, I like Subwassertang better. So I'm just going to make a tree with the Subwassertang. I don't know if I got the baby monitor here. The little guy is waking up because my wife probably went in there to get changed and go to bed. Nice tripod. Oh, the duct tape. I get it. That's funny. Hi, Dwayne. Yeah. Hi, everyone that I missed. Everyone's saying hi, and it'd be a lot to. Kyle, I'm in Buffalo, New York. I am right down the road. Well, I don't know if I'm right down the road, but near Chris Hardy, as far I just recently found out. So that's pretty cool. I might do a tour of his basement. Just gotta schedule it. Okay, so I think I'm at the bottom of the chat now. Oh, I just skipped. Oh, I hate that. I just skipped all the way to the bottom. But that's okay. Wife home party over. Skate like roaches. No, my wife is cool. She's awesome. Otherwise, I wouldn't have married her. She lets me wear this cool wedding ring. I have one of those, I forget what they call them, Qualo rings. So they're like flexible and rubber. Really helps with working in like the tank and stuff. Like you don't get calluses. And I'm a software engineer, so typing all day, I used to get calluses like right here in my palm. But this ring is awesome. I have my real wedding ring like upstairs in a bag, and I just wear this. It was like 20 bucks, but it's so comfortable. And I have a black one, and I have all different, not all different colors. I have a charcoal and a black and a gray. But they're totally worth it. Oh, DPK, thank you for the spectacular job on the aquarium. You like my screensaver too? Yeah, it cost $1, I think, but it was totally worth it. It's not boring, it's fun to check out your tanks. Thank you, yes. I'll blame YouTube somewhere. Check out Mark Shrimp Tank. He does a bunch of stuff with Suppository Tank. Yeah, I watch his channel all the time. He's really cool. Unfortunately, his group on Facebook he banned me from. When I first started doing YouTube videos, like every one of my YouTube videos has the Roma Aquatics, like it just says Roma Aquatics on the thumbnail, romaquatics.com. And even though I don't sell anything, he didn't like that I was posting my videos in his group because he said I was advertising a brand. I don't blame him at all because he did tell me, he asked me to stop, and I asked him if it was okay if I posted my videos and like click the X so it didn't show the picture of the thumbnail, and he said yeah, that was totally fine. But then like I kept sharing, and then the next thing I knew I was not a member of the group anymore. But it could be my fault. I don't know if maybe I shared accidentally and left the thumbnail in at one time accidentally again or something, because I have like 8 groups that I share to every time I post a video. So maybe I forgot to not share the thumbnail. But I don't hold it against him or anything, because he does have a sponsor program where you can pay to do things like that. So I don't blame him. I don't. He said it was okay, unless he has some other people running the group too, and they didn't know that we had that conversation. But yeah, I love his videos. He does a lot of cool stuff with Subwasser Tang. I was actually thinking of making like palm trees, like you know how he does like the Subwasser Tang rope in the back of his tanks. I was gonna try to do like take a piece of driftwood, just like a stick, and then hot glue the nylon ropes coming off, kind of like in a palm tree pattern, like 5 of them, and do some water tang on those, and kind of have them be like hanging palm trees, and you could even like hot glue little. I was even gonna maybe hot glue a banana plant to the bottom of the palm tree, make it look like a banana tree. So it would have the subwasser tang, like big leaves hanging down, like big branches, and then it would have the bananas hanging under those. So I thought that would be really cool, but never got around to doing that. One of the shrimp is molting on the stream? No way. Oh yeah, that's the shadow panda. I was actually worried because his head, when I checked him out this morning, his head was molted already, but his body wasn't, and it looks like his body's coming off now. So that's happy. I'm really happy. I thought I was going to lose him for a bad molt. That's why I was on Rob's stream. I was asking all the questions about, is there food that I could help with molting or anything, because of that shrimp right there. So that's a cool catch. Try making a bonsai tree. Yeah, I want to do a bonsai tree, but the bonsai wood is so freaking crazy expensive. Rob had a really nice piece when I was there, but Amanda was saving it for something. So yeah, Chris, I am planning on breeding and selling. So that's why I said I don't hold anything against them, because even though I'm not selling now, I was advertising a brand, and I do plan on selling in the future, which is why I'm advertising the brand now. So, like I said, he's a great guy. Still watch, like, share his videos, all that good stuff. I just wish I could still be part of his group. I wouldn't share my videos anymore. I bet if I messaged him and was like, hey, what's up, man, he'd be cool with it. He seems like a really cool guy. But I just watch all his videos and stay up to date that way. A willow-looking tree. Any type of tree in the aquarium looks awesome. Like, I started originally just by gluing it to the wood like you saw, and rocks like you saw in the future guppy tanks. But I think it looks way better with the foam. I don't know if you saw my video of how I made it, but I took some of this green foam. I actually have, I ran out of subwassertang while I was gluing it on. So I actually have, let's see where my video is. 2 of these, there's some of these left. But basically I took some of this aquarium foam and I just cut it to shape like a canopy and then glued it onto here, onto the wood where I thought there'd be like a canopy where it would look good. And then I just super glued the subwassertang to the foam then to make it look like a nice real thick canopy instead of just having it glued to the wood and getting like a flatter look. So I think it came out nice, but I got another order of subwassertang in today, and I put that on the tree that I was in the video, and that's why the tree may have looked much fuller today than it did in the video, because I added a lot more subwassertang to it. I really hope my Shadow Panda or Shadow King Kong is fine. My Shadow Panda, the one that was molting. Doesn't look like he's on the screen anymore. I hope it'll be okay. That's another reason I'm thinking of switching to RO water. This is too nerve-wracking not knowing like my exact parameters anytime I do a water change or anything. All I know is ammonia, nitrate, nitrite, chlorine, TDS, pH. But knowing it is different than being able to control it. So like with RO I'd be able to control it. With my city water I try to slowly adapt the shrimp to my water rather than trying to adapt the water to the shrimp, other than the buffering substrate. Nature has a food that's supposed to help with molting. By Patron sells it, the Nature Shrimp brand. Thanks, Dead Boy. I'll check that out. I noticed, I think Aquatic House did a video on food. I watched it real quick, but I don't think I was interested in the molting at the time. I'll have to go back and see if he mentioned any of them are good for molting. Yeah, a tree like that would be super cool. I mean, you could do it, it just takes time and you gotta find the right piece of wood. The right piece of wood is hard to find. See? That's why I make everyone mod, so you could just share links. Like the people that I see in streams all the time, and they behave themselves, you might as well make a mod so that they could post pictures and links and stuff without having to worry about stuff. Once you go RO, you never go back. I know, I was thinking getting a good, one of the units on, what was it? Bulk Reef Supply. A 5-stage with inline TDS meter in the valve. But, you know, it's a couple $100. And then I gotta start buying all the remineralizer stuff too, which I don't have to do right now. So I don't know, there's definitely a cost associated with it. And then they heard, I mean, I don't have a ton of tanks. They're all 10 gallons, so I mean, behaving, what's that? Captain Savage, what are you talking about? I noticed my city water has been using copper this week. I tested it today because my plants were dying and it was see, like, that's crazy. That's the stuff I'm worried about. And like my master reef test, or my master test kit, and my like test strips don't test for copper, so like I would never see that coming. Look for on Craigslist. I wonder, Captain Savage, what were you talking about? Rome Aquatics behaving. What's that? I'm confused. My molting food by nature shrimp is called orange. That's awesome. I'm definitely going to have to look into that. But yeah, I'm just so I lost King Kong a couple days ago because I think it was a molting problem. I'm not positive, but it looked like the head came off and the tail part didn't. Just exactly what it looked like was happening with this Shadow Panda today, or Shadow King Kong, whatever one it is. And that's why I was worried that he was going to die, and that's why I'm like, oh man, it wasn't a fluke the first time. And I'm still like, oh man, it wasn't a fluke, even though if he does live through this one, I'm still worried. But all my other shrimp seem to be molting fine, and even the crystals in that tank. It's just these two that I've seen in the past 2 days that seem to be having molting issues. So maybe a little water change. I tried to fight my tap water, but gave in after a few days. The Culligan you gotta watch out for though, because I think it's only RO, it's not RODI. I could be wrong. Because I heard you could buy, like the Walmart has Culligan water. But yeah, I heard it's just RO, not RODI. Oh, check Craigslist for RO. See, I don't really care about the gallons per day because it's basically only for 10 gallons. Like I only when I do water changes, I only do I mean, I kind of am along the lines of with Sergeant Tanks where I feel like everyone does way too much water changes with shrimp. Um, so I mean, I only do like 10% once a week. So for me to fill those two 20-gallon tank or the 20 gallons of water that I have on that top shelf, like to fill that in one day would be plenty. So I mean, so basically all I need is like basically a 20-gallon a day one. So I don't really I'm more concerned about the wastewater ratio. Actually, I'd prefer it waste less water and take longer. Because like I said, I'm not going to be using it that much, so I don't really care how long it takes to make. I'm more concerned about the wasting water and the environment and stuff like that. Fish fam, fish fam. I'm gonna start saying that at the beginning of all my videos instead of hey everybody. I'm gonna start or what's going on everyone. I think that's how I start my video, something like that. I'm gonna start saying what's up fish fams. I don't need that fast and filter. I was just referring to the good deals you can find on Craigslist. Yeah, no, oh yeah, no, I'm Chris. I totally get you. I was just thinking out loud, basically saying I don't really need it that fast. That's why I was hoping for something real cheap. I was like, oh, maybe I could get one that's like 5 gallons a day, and it'd be like $10. But I don't think that works. It works that way. Have you ever used crushed coral calcium powder to help molting? I use it for my ghost shrimp to molt faster. No, I have crushed coral in the tank though. You can't see it now, but it's part of my substrate. I have it in all of my tanks. Even though it's a Taiwan B tank and it's going to raise the pH. Um, again, I kind of take Lucas's advice, and I think the TDS is more important than the pH. And the crushed coral raises the TDS and gives them some nice calcium. I just think it's the crushed coral in there is the benefits outweigh the negatives of raising the pH, which is why I'm probably fighting with my fuel. I mean, I don't have a ton of crushed coral in there. There's just a little, and it's not like the powdered form. It's actually like hunks of coral. And there's also a mineral rock in the back, but I agree with Flip Aquatics and Rob on that. Loop Diesel, that the mineral stones are basically, I mean, I haven't really ever seen any difference from them. I bought a bag of them and it came with like 10 of them, so I threw one in each shrimp, one in each tank, and I'll never buy them again, really. But yeah, so yeah, the crushed coral, it's in their tank, so it's just hunks of it. But guys, I've been over an hour. My wife's been home. Oh, there's my shadow panda that's still got shell hanging off of it. So I want to go check on that. I think I'm going to end the stream because I got things to do. But that's cool that it got caught on the live stream. If it doesn't die, I'll update you guys in my next video for sure to keep you updated on them. But failed molts are bad news. I don't know. Would you guys consider that a failed molt? You guys can kind of see it a little bit, but it's like it's not. You could see the front of his body right now. It looks really nice on the wood. The front's real shiny. You can see it's new, but his tail still got the old shell on it. He didn't pop out of it clean like I've seen so many shrimp do. They just crack on the back and they go and they come right out. Like this is sticking to them. I've never seen this happen before. Like I said, the King Kong I noticed this morning, his head looked like it molted, the tail looked like it didn't, and then he was just hanging on. It looked like he was eating, so I thought maybe he would be fine, but about an hour later he was dead. And then now I just noticed this about an hour before the live stream, that the Shadow Panda was the same way, the Shadow King Kong that we're talking about. But it was a lot worse than he looks now. It looks like it's coming off, which is a good thing. But I hear even if they live through the failed molt, the next time they molt, they're probably gonna die. So who knows? Let me just read some of these comments before I call it a night. Make sure I answered everyone. So we are about 20 minutes from 3 Mile Island. When it rains, we get local hospital. Oh, God, yeah. Don't want to do that. Alright, Captain Savage, I'll see you. You're probably already gone, but if not, see you later. Oh, wow, I went way back, because now we're talking about. Alright. Alright, guys. Looks like I'm caught up on the comments. If anyone has any final questions or comments or anything at all. And I know I gotta give this like 10 seconds. So I'll take a drink of water while I see if anyone has anything at the last bell. Okay, I guess I'm gonna call it a night. Night, guys. Till next time. See you later, fish fam.